Thanks, Paddy. I'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we stand. I'd like to acknowledge our elders here today, past and present, and those of you who are here in the crowd. I come, as Paddy said, from the trade union movement. I'm also on an Indigenous committee, coming myself from having Indigenous and non-Indigenous family. I'm here joined today by many of my Indigenous colleagues who are in the crowd, many black faces in the crowd. Welcome, brothers and sisters. What I would like to say to you all is there will be a time in the not too distant future where we look back on this Northern Territory intervention with great shame. With great shame. And the tragic thing for this is that this is not just being done by Mal Bradford, John Howard and their reactionary regime. This is being done by the Labor Party. The people behind us in there are perpetuating this program. Well, let's have a look at what it's going to happen here. What we're talking about is income management. We're talking about income management. Not if you have a problem, just if you're black. That's why you get income management. And what do they say you need income management for? For alcohol abuse. Well, I'll tell you what, go for a walk down George Street any Saturday night if you want to see alcohol abuse. Why don't we stop at blackfellas? Let's just get stuck into everyone under 25. Let's make sure that anyone who gets a payment from the government, you only get half of it, and you can only shop at Kmart because there's no alcohol there. Why stop there? If we're going to suspend the provisions of the Racial Discrimination Act, why not? Where else do we stop? I've spoken to people from the Jewish Board of Deputies about this stuff. This is terrible policy, and it is a disgrace that the Labor Party is taking this one step further by saying we're not suspending the provisions, this is a special provision. Rubbish! You're discriminating against blackfellas, and it's a disgrace, Jenny Macklin. The idea of compulsory acquiring land, and if you don't agree to it, we will simply come and we won't provide basic housing services and basic police functioning. What a disgrace! Who else has got to put up with that in our society? This idea that we've got to have tough love. What a disgrace this is. Where does this come from? Western Australia in the 1930s? Where do we get the idea about what works here? Let's just go. If Jenny Macklin is basing this on some research, because I'm told if I've got issues with this, that I'm out there supporting alcohol abuse, that I'm supporting child abuse. Well, let's just go to the government sources that say what actually does work. The Productivity Commission issued a report. My microphone's going, but I don't really need one, I know. What they're saying is what works is cooperative approaches between Indigenous people and government, not compulsory acquisitions. Community involvement in program design and decision making. Getting communities going and talking to Audrey and her people saying, what do you need, Audrey? We're here with $1 billion. We want to come and help you. What do you need? Not sitting in white fellas to stand over and tell Audrey what she needs. Good governance, supporting local communities, ongoing government support. These are the factors that often contribute, the absence of these factors contributes to program failure. So that's what I repeat, I end where I started. We will look back and we will say it is a great shame that time, people's lives and that millions of dollars were wasted while the Labor Party continued a policy that was based on racism, was based on poor information and came straight out of the textbook of the 1930s. Get your act together, Macklin.